Maura Hopkins, VP Operations here at YEREQ Energy. And tonight, it's me and Cindy King, and we will be doing your Q&A. But first, we have a few housekeeping rules that we need to cover. Let me start by saying, if anyone on the executive team did not give you their phone number and you are texting and calling, you will be blocked. We are not responding to those messages. One, we've sent out emails for all the departments. Now, let's move on to something more fun. We did open up a chat to where you can send questions. But let me also let you all know, we have received several questions from the field, from team leaders, and we will try to answer most of those. So those questions that are going into the chat, we may not get to them all. We will save them and answer them at another Q&A. Now, let me go over something really quickly, just a moment. And I'm going to share my screen again so you can see something that we need to discuss. And I'm pretty sure all of you all should be able to see my screen. And one of the things that is most important right now is everyone needs to complete their UPMA registration so we can pay you your commission. We cannot pay you if you do not have your UPMA set up. Now, once you register with your UPMA, hopefully you get your link from the person who introduced you to YEREQ. You go to UPMA, you set everything up, then you go back to your YEREQ Energy dashboard. You click on Settings, you click on Payment Method, then Payment Method, then you enter your UPMA email account and say Changes. That needs to be done today, immediately. Also, you need to set up your MetaMask. So please take a screenshot of this slide. There's also a YouTube that was done by the Corleys to walk you through on how to set up your MetaMask wallet and how to import your YEREQ token. All right, that's one thing. I hope everybody has had the opportunity to take a screen grab. Let me go here. Next, here is the new site, YEREQGO.co, for you to sign in. If you've never signed in, you need to click on Sign In, Forgot Password. Go to your email that you entered. Copy the link, paste it in a new tab. Then follow the instructions with your new password. Please check your genealogy. When you check your genealogy, make sure that everyone on your level 1, we need you to check your level 1. Make sure everyone is there. If you are missing anyone, please send an email immediately to support. Yes, we are receiving a lot of emails, but we will get to you. We need you to have patience. Once we have your level 1 completed, all else will fall into place. And right now, on the new site, that is all you're able to do is check your genealogy. No, you cannot check your commission. You can't check anything else. We just need to make sure your level 1 of genealogy is correct. After that, we would like for you to make sure you go to YEREQ YGE TV, download the app. Then you have YEREQ Media. That's yereqmedia.io. You go there, complete that. If you have any questions, any issues, we need you to email our media department, which is rmitnick@yereqgeo.com. And that's rmitnick@yereqgeo.com. Now, I believe we're just about done with housekeeping. Our next slide is go ahead and take another screen grab so everyone have all of the emails for each department. And also you can see, because the scenario of the $99 to the $997 upgrade has become a major question. And that's a great question, and we love it. So here you have it. It should answer your question. All right? Now, with all of that being said, I hope everybody's had the opportunity to screen grab everything. And now Cynthia King and I will go over some of the questions that we received from the field. All right. Now, I'm going to turn it over to Cindy. Cindy, would you like to start with the first questions? You're on mute.
Off mute. Okay, some very interesting questions have come over, and what this is going to do is going to help us all. We may have something that we're struggling with, and so one of the questions that you've been pondering over may come out tonight or to come out at another session when we do Q&A. So one of the questions is, how often are commissions paid? Well, commissions are paid every Friday on sales made on or before Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, for payment on the following Friday. And then someone asked, what's the benefit of being a paid owner versus being just a member? Well, paid owners are gifted stock in YGE. They receive up to 20 commercials depending on what level they come in on, and this is in a zip code of their choice. And then also, most importantly, they're able to participate in the monthly 5% profit sharing pool, which is great. That's the big win right there. So the next question and I thought this one was very interesting, if someone signs up under you and stops paying, what happens? Well, if the owner who signed up under you stops paying, they will no longer receive the TV commercials, and they no longer participate in the monthly 5% pool. That's very interesting. So let's keep.
Yes.
Now it gets to the more pertinent questions in reference to finance. So what is the benefit of signing up with Sequoia? Well, you're able to submit any deal that you may have. Let's just say someone is trying to buy some charging stations and they want you to submit them for financing. Well, you'll be able to take that deal to Sequoia, get it funded, and guess what? Depending on how you structure yourself with Sequoia, you'll be able to make up to 46% of that deal. So that's outside of the commission that you're going to make on the YEREQ side. So the two companies really complement each other, and we're able to make money on both sides. So then someone asked, well, how do I obtain a license with Sequoia? Well, guess what? You don't need a license, because as a commercial broker, no license is required. Okay. And I got one more here. It says, do owners get paid on products they purchase for themselves? Absolutely. You get that 20% on your own product that you're purchasing. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you. So I'll answer a couple of questions, and then we'll come back to Cindy. So we've had several questions asked. Who is the CEO? our Chief Executive Officer is none other than Mr. George E. Bingham. That was easy. I like those questions. Okay, someone asked, when will founders receive their tokens? First off, we only have 2 founders, and that is Mr. John and Mrs. Cynthia Rustin. Those are our founders. So, owners, to receive tokens, your Ethereum wallet must be set up, and then you send in your received Ethereum wallet to token@YEREQ.com. Again, you send in your Ethereum wallet to token@YEREQ.com. Does the ownership position go until all 10,000 are sold? YEREQ only has 10,000 owners positions. Once we reach 10,000 owner positions, 10,001 will be a member. Anything after 10,000, you become a member. All right. When will we get 10 shares of the company? No, will we get 10 shares of the company and more tokens every time we pay our monthly cost? No. The shares are gifted one time when you become an owner. They are gifted to the first 10,000 owners. So no, you are a monthly subscription and you pay $99 each month. You do not get 10 shares every month. You only get 10 shares one time that are gifted, and you get your 1,000 tokens at the $99 gifted one time. Is the $99 monthly subscription automatically deducted each month after we pay the first $99, or do we need to manually purchase each month? If you've entered in a debit or credit card in your payment, it is automatically deducted in the United States. Then the other question, since we're talking about memberships, is can we upgrade to the $9.97 annual subscription after already paying the $99 monthly subscription? The answer is yes. And on the last page of the presentation of the slides that I asked you to screen grab, it explains all of that for the $9.97 to upgrade to $9.97 from the $99 membership. So I hope that helps. And Cindy, I'll turn it back over to you.
Yes, I just want to stress to everyone, especially the teams that are on here, the leaders, is that, please, by all means, if you can meet with your team and kind of ascertain, some of the things that are, not being answered or whatever, if they're not getting the support, if they're not getting answered in a timely manner, we're trying to get to everyone so that these questions can be answered. We would appreciate if the leaders would really step up and get with your teams to answer some of the questions. And if you can't answer them, compile that list and get that list sent in to us so that when we have these sessions, then we can better serve you guys by being able to answer those direct questions that you have. Also, some of the things that we're asking for, I talked to an owner today, and it was very enlightening because he had a lot of concerns. But he also had a lot of thoughts thinking that we weren't coming together as a team. And so when I showed him certain things and I was able to answer certain questions, it really enlightened him because he was like, well, I didn't even think about that. So what I'm trying to say is that negativity is not needed here. We have to come together as a team of owners because we own this. And I know, and I've said it before, our co-founder, Cynthia Rustin, always say, own your business. whatever's going on, whatever you need to do to bring your business more, come in closer with it, or go out there and get the resources that you need, it's worth doing it, because once we get there, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be explosive. And so if we all work together, and like I said, I know it's just a few of us that are on the corporate team, and we're working day and night trying to pull all of this together. And so there's a lot of you all that are under team members. So just please work together with your teams. That helps them, and it helps us to be able to communicate better and get the things that you all need.
Yes. Thank you. All right. Let me just say this to my co-host. If you could you go in and remove iPhone users and Zoom users? We're receiving some really nice text messages. And I mean that facetiously. So not everyone is business-minded. Now, another question that we get, and this is a huge question, is what countries can we sell in? And that is, we are currently able to ship to over 70 countries. And just a few of them, because I can't list all 70, is China, Brazil, Vietnam, Japan, the Netherlands, Germany, of course the U.S., UK, Spain, Sweden, Mexico, France, Italy, Australia. So that's just to name a few that we can ship to quite a few countries. And let me see if I can answer a few other questions in the chat that have been sent. Let's see. Somebody said, are you going to take a few questions in the chat? Yes, I'm looking over the questions now.
One of the ones in reference to the emails. Again, everything's being transferred over to the new office, to the new back office. So one hurdle is happening at a time. So please give it time, and you're going to see that everything is going to balance out. But we're plugging the things in that need to be plugged in. And so just give us that minute to do that, and trust me, you're going to love it.
Yes. Miss Judy Peterson, you said my new website needs correcting. You'll need to send in that question to support with your issue so it can be handled. But again, support is receiving a lot of questions because right now we are really trying to make sure the genealogy is intact for the level 1 for everyone, okay? So we're trying to get to every single request in the email queue.
I want just to ask, if emails have been sent in to support more than a month ago with no response, do we resubmit? Absolutely. Keep submitting, because we will get it answered. By all means, resubmit.
And they are answering them in queue. So let me just put it to you this way. If you are one in over 7,000, we have to get through them as they come in. So it's not that you are being ignored. There are just people ahead of you that we have to answer as well. Some are asking about the U.S. Virgin Islands, Pakistan, and how can I sign up a person in Nigeria? Okay. We will try to list the 70 countries and put that in a blast so everybody can have a listing of the 70 countries that we ship to. I hope that helps. Is there any country in Africa? Yes. there are several countries within Africa. And we do have several owners that are from Africa and that are in Africa.
One of my clients is on here, asked earlier in reference to Alltel, in reference to prices. Alltel, I did verify, Alltel are working on the prices. Once they compile the prices, then they'll get the prices back over to us, and then we will approve it and send it back out to you guys. So just keep in mind, our partners are working just as hard as we are to get you all's questions answered and get these things back to you in a timely manner.
Okay. Someone asked, can I transfer my ISP phone number from Spectrum to the Pegasus router? To my understanding, once you receive your router, you just change out the current router that you have. So for instance, I have AT&T. I will just unplug that and plug those same cords into my Pegasus. I hope that answers your question. Rich asked, do we have a sign up for the YEREQ wallet? That went out in a blast, I believe, like a week or two ago. I'll see if we can't resend that. Let's see, I have a prospect in the Philippines, but have been unable to get him into the system. I'm not sure what your issue is because we have many members in the Philippines that are owners.
Several questions just came in on my email in reference to Sequoia. They want to know what's the timeline to submit a loan to Sequoia. Well, Sequoia is very quick. So once you identify what type of loan you're seeking for your client, whether it's the equipment loan or if it's working capital to buy the product outright or whatever, once you take them to that website and they click on the tab that they're looking for, if it's working capital, once they hit on that tab, it's a one-page application. Once they fill out that application and they hit submit, it goes directly to Sequoia's back office, and they have a ton of processors that are sitting there waiting on your applications to come through. So once you get that, you will immediately get an email that says received. Not only will your client get an email, but you also will get an email so that you're able to keep track of the progress of the deal. And then once that happens, within 24 to 48 hours, Sequoia will come back and say, you approve or we can't help you. If it's approved, they're going to give you a list of items that you need to send in, and then from that point, your deal will start to be worked on to get funded. So they have a very easy process, and they move fairly quickly.
Thank you. That was good. Good explanation. All right. There are lots of questions. I like that so many are engaged. And again, we will not be able to get to all the questions, but we will answer as we can. Cindy, perhaps you can answer this one. Someone said, did you say Sequoia could buy a product outright?
Buy it? Not understanding the question.
Someone asked, could Sequoia buy a product outright? So Sequoia doesn't purchase the products. If you are an owner and you need funding, you can go to Sequoia to get your funding.
To get the funding, that's correct.
So, Callie, you say, I am missing commissions. Please send your commission question to commission@YEREQ.com.
Well, in reference to the purchases, for the charging stations for Vegas, a couple of people are saying that they didn't receive their commission on it. Well, when I went back and looked at how they purchased it, some of them did the shop pay or whatever, where they break it up in 4 payments. So you're not going to get a commission on it until it's paid out in full.
Okay. You are a wealth of knowledge. I'm so glad you can answer all the finance questions. Okay.
Oh, here's one that just came in. Are those loans available outside of the United States? Sequoia will do all 50 states and some countries. So my suggestion to you guys, if you have a question that you need answered like that, Sequoia, if you go to support at seqlending.com. Go to support at seqlending.com, and their back office of processes will answer your question immediately and email you.
Great answer. Someone asked, what is happening with YEREQ Media? When will we be able to track our commercials? Again, anything dealing with media, please email Reed Mitnick, and that's R. Mitnick, METNICK, at YEREQGEO.com. Direct all media questions to Reed. Let's see.
Someone is now asking, will Sequoia, Mr. Alan Wu, would he do a Zoom call or a training call for a group? Yes, he will. I'm putting him out there. Yes, he will. So again, all you have to do is email support, inquiring of that you would like for Mr. Alan Wu to do a presentation for you, and he has already extended his arm to all of your owners that he will give full support.
Awesome. That's awesome. Someone asked, how do you download the Pegasus Router app? When you purchase your router, you should receive confirmation and an email on how to download the app and what to enter to get set up. Okay, let me just say this. This just came in from one of our co-hosts. All phones must be identified or you will be removed. All iPhone users, Zoom users, tablets, Galaxies, Samsung. That is not a name. You will need to enter your name. All right. Let's see. Did I receive information? Okay. I'm seeing that several people say I didn't receive information when I purchased my router. Let me make a note so we can research that and send out a blast on directions with the Pegasus router, okay? All right, it is written, so I know I'll get to it.
Question popped up, so I wanted to see here. Oh, here we go. Miss Betty is asking, can I apply for a loan for myself and receive the commission? Miss Betty, I need you to be just a little bit more clear. Are you saying it in reference to purchasing the YEREQ product, or just in general? So please be a little bit more clear on your question, and I will definitely get that answered for you.
Right. So I still question here that I think the site is Chrome friendly. I also have people trying to sign up, I had to do it for them. I used Google. That's what I used to help them sign up when they had an issue. I will say that sometimes your, I guess it just depends. Microsoft Edge works well for some people. Google works well for others. So if you are trying to log in and it's not working on one site, go to another. So again, Microsoft Edge works best for me, and it could be because of my location. I have no idea. Dr. Ford said, I purchased 2 energy savers and I never received my 20% commission. Dr. Ford, I will write that down, and I'm sure all commissions will be received. It will not go unnoticed. Again, the old system was never meant to house everything, but I will write that down, and I will make sure that someone follows up with you.
For you, Mr. Marshall, I see your question in reference to you mentioned that you paid for your charges, and for Vegas, you paid them in full, and you still haven't received your commission. So I have already got that down, and I will check on that for you, and I'll be in touch with you tomorrow.
Hold on just a moment.
So, Ms. Betty, if you purchase equipment, yes, you will receive 20% on your purchase.
All right, I'm back. Melissa asked, when will we know how the commercials work and when will we be trained? Again, that's a question that you'll need to send to Mr. Mitnick. And then I was just told I spelled his name wrong. It's RMITICK at YEREQ.com. All right, you all, it is 8:33, and we try not to go over 30 minutes so everyone can have their time back. But I do want to say thank you all so much. Thank you for joining us, for being engaging, for participating. And I'm just going to share my screen one more time so you all can see. If you miss the screen grab, I want you to be able to get all of this information so you'll know how to communicate with your team. And leaders, please communicate with your team and let them know how important it is to have UPMA. Because once you become an owner, whether it's $99 or $9.97, you automatically will get a commission on you becoming an owner. And we need to pay that, but we can't do it if you don't do your part. So help us, help you. And I will share. Cindy, do you have any other closing remarks?
That's all I have. Just keep the questions coming. I mean, this is great, and this is going to help all of us to succeed. So please keep the questions coming, but I can't stress enough to the leaders to please take the lead in getting this information to your team members, and then get those questions in. If you can't answer it, get it in, compile a list for us, please. I'm asking you to compile a list and get that list into us, because we're going to try to do Q&A on a weekly basis.
Yes, and send the list to support@YEREQ.com. And before I go over to the slides so you all can do your screen grabs for those who came in late and missed that, I'm going to stress again. Do not call, do not text. If we did not, anyone on the executive team, if we did not give you our phone number, your calls and text messages will go unheard. They already come in as junk, and that's where they will stay. And you will be blocked. This is nothing personal. This is business. And we're going to act as such. So I will share my screen. And
excuse me, Mara, can you please give the spelling of YEREQ Media one more time, please?
Yes, just a moment. It is, hold on. I was about to share my screen. How about if I try and put it in type it in here? Hold on. Well, it's on this last page. Is media on here? Hold on. Commercial commissions. Support commercial commissions token certificate. RMITICK@YEREQGEO.com. All right? And thank you, Christina, for putting that in the chat. Oh, let me copy that for everyone. I'm trying to copy it and paste it into the chat for everyone. Hold on. All right. I just put it in the chat. We're getting a lot of questions asking, can we get a countdown on how many left before the 10,000 is up? Let me just say, don't wait till the last minute. We have some heavy hitters. And if you were on the call on Monday with Dr. Gil Emilio, Daniel Bland, and Samartha, it lit fire. I mean, fire. And a lot of the leaders. And it's been exciting to see the number grow. So for those that are members and have not become owners, don't get left behind. That's all I'm going to say. Don't get left behind. Now, I'm going to share my screen so we can close because it is now 8:38.
Okay, one more thing, please.
Okay.
All owners, keep in mind, you're part of a branding campaign. And so those commercials that you're getting, all of those commercials are going to be ran through your QR code, okay? And so this is not an individual ad account. These ads are being ran in all of these different zip codes so that we're branding the company. We're getting YEREQ out there. And as far as the ads, those ads can be put on the mobile phones in addition to the CTV to lower the cost.
There's no sound to share. So I'm just going to go ahead and just share the screen. And here again, UPMA, and that address is upma.org. upma.org. Go here, complete this. We need this so we can pay out your commissions. This is the only way commissions is paid. Once you've completed your UPMA, you will go over to the old dashboard, which is YEREQGEO.energy. Log into your dashboard, click on Settings, then click Payment, then click Payment Method. click UPMA, enter your information below. Then click Save Changes. After that, I need for everyone to make sure you have downloaded your MetaMask. And you need to send your MetaMask address, Ethereum, your received Ethereum wallet address to token@YEREQ.com. It needs to be your Ethereum received wallet address. And you will need to send that to token@YEREQ.com. All right. Hope you've had the opportunity to take a screen grab. Go to the next slide. Now, our new back office, and let me just stress, this is only for you to check your genealogy at the moment. You can't check your commissions. You can't check anything else. You can go and look at videos that are already up. Look at the alien cards. But once you log in, again, click Sign In. If you have not signed in already for the first time, then you will click Forgot Password. Enter in the email address. Then check your email, copy the link, paste in a new browser. Then you should see the 2 gold bars to where you can update your password. And then you should be logged in to the new site. Please click on your network, view your genealogy, make sure your first level is complete. If you have any issues, if you're missing people on your first level, not your second, we're not worried about your second right now, your first level, send that in to support immediately with your first level's name and email address. Because I can tell you there's more than one Michelle Jones, John James, whoever. There's more than one. So we need to verify them by their name and their email and send that into support so we can get that. All right. After you do that, you're good with the back office, the new back office. I also want you all to make sure you download the YGE TV app. Just go to the App Store and download that. Also, complete your YEREQ Media. And if you have questions about YEREQ Media, you all know who to call because we've been saying his name all night. Reed Nicknick. All right.
One more thing, Maura.
Mm-hmm.
In order to get your commissions, you must be using your personal default link. Make sure you're using your personal default link to get your commissions.
Thank you. So everybody take a screen grab of this. You see all the emails over here that you are to use. None of them are plural. So token@YEREQ.GO, commission at YEREQ.GO, support at YEREQ.GO, commercial EV support at YEREQ.GO, certificate at YEREQ.GO. Again, this has been amazing. I hope we were able to answer a lot of your questions, and we know we didn't get to all of them. We will have another Q&A, and we look forward to seeing you all. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Monday. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, all my co-hosts. You all were amazing. Thank you so much.
I'm here. Y'all have a good evening.
Recording stopped.